Dreams have been a huge source of fascination for mankind, ever since some cavemen realized they weren't the only one turning up naked to their mammoth exam every night, only to get up and find out it wasn't real. But how do you separate the dreams that show your inner feelings from the ones that are just your brain on shuffle? And how much crossover is there across cultures when it comes to these midnight visions? Of course, we don't really know if this is all a dream or not. To double check, just give us a really hard pinch on the subscribe button. Okay, I think we felt that. But then are we still falling? It's gonna be a weird day. Falling. This can relate to a few different feelings, but they're all important ones. The most common meaning involves losing control. Whether that's about a situation or a relationship, well, you'll have to have a think about what's happening in your life. It can also be a sign that you're worried that you'll fail after a big success, like climbing to the top of a mountain and then tripping on the summit and tumbling back down again. Of course, since 450 people a year die falling out of bed, perhaps your mind is just trying to keep you prepared. Clothing. Whether we like it or not, we make a lot of judgments about people on how they dress. A pair of polished shoes, a freshly ironed shirt can really boost your first impression, so long as you don't match them with sweatpants. Your dream clothes matter too. If what you're dressed in is worn and torn, then it can be a sign that you're on course for a burnout. And we all know that nudity means you're feeling insecure. But if you're a naturalist, then that's the most boring dream ever. Flying. With the rise of drone technology, the dream of being able to fly solo will probably be realized in our lifetime. But across every culture, it's been a huge dream symbol for thousands of years. So why shouldn't you ignore it? Well, unlike most of the others on this list, this is a great dream to have, showing confidence, optimism, and freedom. So given that the world can be a gray and depressing place at times, you should harness this positive feeling and see what you can achieve. Just don't try to actually fly. We can't stress that enough. You can't actually fly. Teeth. This classic dental disaster is said to show a few different inner fears, but the most common is a worry about aging. Obviously, no one is delighted about getting older. Just one gray hair can be enough to make us hide under the covers, muttering plans about Yolk's milk and virgin blood. So if you're troubled by tumbling molars, then go and hang out with your grandparents and see that it's not all that bad. After all, they're having a great time. That may be the gin they had with breakfast, though. Locked doors. A house is a representation of an inner psyche. So try not to give your dream house too many bedrooms or you're going to have real trouble getting up. A locked door in your house is an ominous sign that you're trying to keep something from yourself. A classic work of repression. This is never a good sign because you know you're not hiding something good, like where you put the Oreos or that you're secretly Batman. TV and radio. These two represent communication, so a dream with a TV or a radio may be a sign that your unconscious mind is trying to get a message to your conscious mind, because apparently they can't just text like everybody else. If you're lucid dreaming and can control what happens, just talk to the TV or radio and ask what the message is. It could just be, buy milk, but you'll never know if you don't check. Marriage. Although this may seem like an obvious one, it's not actually related to romance. Although who says marriage is either? Am I right? Anyone? The combination here is between your masculine and feminine sides. You have a need to bring them together in some kind of brain incest. This isn't necessarily related to sexuality. However, it can also just be about how you approach problems or relationships. Fish. There are some symbols that mean a lot in specific cultures. For example, the fish is a big thing in Islamic dream interpretation. A sea fish covered in salt is very exciting because you are due lasting riches since the salt is used as a way of preserving things for a long time. So wake up and get yourself a lottery ticket. And if you dream of eating rotting fish, then delete all your ex's phone numbers because it means you're going to cheat on your partner. Eclipse. In Hinduism, dreams are seen as a painting of the past, present, and future, so they have many interpretations of their own. One very ominous one is the eclipse. This is a terrible warning to abandon all hope and turn your back on your friends because you can't trust anyone anymore. It could also mean that a fatal disease is on its way to you. To avoid the horrors of the eclipse dream, go to sleep with a lamp shining directly in your face. See? Easy. Birds. Thanks to all the Gothic fiction, dream birds are often pictured as crows or ravens or some other form of mysterious blackbird. Killing a crow, for example, shows that you can't give up a habit, so pour out that decaf because you're stuck on the hard stuff. But not all of our avian friends are bad signs. Unsurprisingly, a canary is a sign of happiness and harmony. So if you see a canary killing a crow, you're not going to kick the habit, but you're actually pleased about this. If you want to see how much your dreams reveal about you, then you can try keeping a dream diary. But do you really want to know what that recurring dream you have with Justin Bieber and the horse is all about? No, you don't. Thanks for watching, and make sure you hit subscribe to join the hub in Dreamland, where all your wildest information can come true. Catch you again soon.